Hello culturally curious and welcome to the Wick, where this week we're at the Hayward in London, checking out the exciting new exhibition from New York-based artist Mickalene Thomas. It's called All About Love. Let's take a look inside.
The title comes from Bell Hooks' All About Love. What really resonated with me in the book was how she talked about love was a verb, not a noun. Love is an action. All that I'm making and doing, the women that I use in my work, my mother, friends, and some ex-partners, were really extension of love and a love for the audience to experience the work.
There's such an incredible materiality about everything you do. You feel you could almost be in conversation with these characters and individuals.
A lot of Black Americans, historically, we've always worked with non-traditional materials to tell our stories. And mine, and even them too, came from limitation and access. And that was my journey in the discovery of using the rhinestones. But then when I started photography, I always wanted to try to figure out how I could intersect the two and not have them be two separate bodies of work. So in a lot of the earlier work, you'll just see that there are photographic images as resources that relates to, like this one, A Moment's Pleasure, that are separate. But then I started really integrating and layering photographic elements as my work evolves into a collage form.
There are obviously images that are really subverting this idea of how we would see the Black female, the figure. They're often at rest and repose and in slightly different scenarios than as art history have taught us previously.
This is Afro Goddess. This is actually my first monumental, I would like to say, large-scale painting that I did. It really comes from the Manet, the Odalisque, and I was just really thinking about, what if I remove all of that and put the Black body as the central figure of desire and seduction? I always reference in art history because a lot of time in the historical images, specifically the iconic ones, a lot of times the Black woman is playing, a supporting role, the one who is giving the flowers to the other. And so for me, I wanted to really sort of switch that narrative and sort of put the Black women in the leading role where we're receiving the flowers.
You yourself actually started with a real passion. I was fascinated by your journey because you really are on this mission to change the world. And at the start, that mission was through law. And how did your direction change? Was there anything significant that happened that made you?
Completely significant. I was living in Portland, Oregon in my early 20s, and I went to this incredible exhibition. It was Carrie Mae Weems, and it was her photographs, the table series, that I saw that were very transformative for me because I was able to see myself in images, and up until that time I was not seeing myself in art. And so it was, what was familiar about these images is just like the love of family, of domesticity, that joy, all of the stuff that you just see in the image, and I didn't think that was possible in art. I didn't think it was possible for me to see something that was very familiar to my own story. And so that's when my journey began as an artist. It became very powerful and impactful and inspiring for me to think like I too can create works that inspire people.